learn to fight. Yo, John Fitch here, and I've got another episode of Learn to Fight for you. And this is another episode that goes into the idea that guns aren't magic. Guns aren't magic. A lot of people will argue with me online saying that, well, I don't need to learn grappling or jiu-jitsu because I carry a gun. Guns aren't magic. Just because you're carrying a gun does not mean that bad things can't happen to you. You still have to access that firearm. You still have to fire that firearm accurately. You still have to remain calm, cool, collected. You have to have the wits about you to do what needs to be done under pressure. And if you're not training all the time, if you haven't put in hundreds of hours of training in those circumstances, in a controlled environment, you are not going to perform in real life. In this video, we're going to see police officers who are trying to arrest a guy with a knife. This guy with the knife is more than likely on some kind of drugs, methamphetamines maybe, but the police officer has more than 20 yards to see the guy, get his sights on him, be ready to shoot him, give him warnings about putting down the knife and giving up because he doesn't want to shoot him. In this situation, I get it. The cop doesn't want to hurt the guy. He doesn't. He's trying to do his job. He's trying to protect and serve. He wants to do the best thing possible and not kill the guy. You can hear it in his voice. I'm not playing the audio on this, but if you see this video, hear this video, the audio, you can hear panic in the officer's voice. He doesn't want to have to pull that trigger. This isn't about that. I'm just trying to show you that even when you have a gun, you have the guy in your sights, and you pull the trigger, sometimes he doesn't go down. And that's what happens here. This guy has a knife. He gets shot several times. He doesn't go down. He hits the ground, but he gets back up. Runs at another cop, still with a knife in his hand. It doesn't get to a point where he's on the other cop's back, about ready to kill the guy. And then the cop who originally fired his weapon was probably 5 yards or less away and had to put 2 or 3 rounds into him that killed him and finally ended the debacle. This cop saw the guy from far away. He was able to get his gun out and ready, and the guy still was able to get to the other cop. I just want this to wake you up so you understand that just because you have a gun and you shoot them several times doesn't mean you're safe. You're going to have to learn some level of self-defense, some level of grappling. You've got to know it all. Learn how to use the gun. Learn how to box a little bit. You should at least have a straight 1-2 on both sides. You never know where your foot placement's going to be in a hairy situation. You're going to have to be able to throw that hard 2 down the pipe, left or right-handed. You need to. You're going to have to learn how to clinch fight a little bit and to make sure that they aren't able to grab you and get to your back. You're going to have to have a little bit of wrestling knowledge so you don't get taken down. You're going to have some knowledge on jiu-jitsu, on how to sweep and get up to your feet so you can get away. These are things you have to know, all of them. I'm not just here trying to tell you guys just to learn jiu-jitsu, just to learn wrestling. Learn it all, but you have to get it out of your head that I just carry a gun and I'm safe. You're not. You have to practice weapon retention, okay? Let's watch this video. It's blurred out, so it's not going to be real gory or anything. You're not going to hear the sound either, so you're not going to hear the gunshots. You know, we're on YouTube. We don't want to get kicked off. It'll probably already get demonetized anyways, but I just want you to see this, all right? Guns aren't magic. All right, you see the guy right here. He's saying the guy's walking at us with a knife, not following commands. Now he sprints at him. Pop, 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 pop. Every time you see that slide pop back, that's a shot. He shot probably 6-7 rounds right there. Guy hits the ground. Guns aren't magic. What do you know? The guy gets up. The cop is panicked. He doesn't want to kill the guy. He does not want to kill the guy. Gets his taser out. He tries to taser the guy. And the guy, that's his taser. Taser doesn't work. The other guy doesn't. See how fast that guy ran up on the cop? The cop tried to pull the gun. The guy tried to pull the gun. He wasn't fast enough. Are you faster than that guy? That guy's probably got a lot of training. He's probably pulled that gun and had to fire a number of times. Have you trained as much as that guy? You really think you're going to be that good to be able to get the gun away? This guy's already taken 6-7 bullets. He's got a knife. He hasn't bled out yet. He's still dangerous. Still has his knife right here. How much distance is between that guy and the cop? 20 feet maybe? 30 feet? 40 feet? And he runs. That's not enough time for that cop to get his hand on his gun and pull it. I'm gonna have you guys look at that one more time. Right here. He runs at him. How much distance is that? Did the cop get the gun out? You think a little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of a double leg hell from right there would have been better than just letting the guy wrap you up and take you down, almost kill you. I'm going to do this one more time. Runs at him. How fast is that? Are you faster than that? One more time. I'm going to watch it again. Look at this. How fast? How fast did he get to him? His hand's still on his gun. Didn't pull it out of the holster yet. His partner already fired shots too. Then the guy has to run up and put him down close range. That's not what the cop wanted to. You could hear it in his voice. He did not want to hurt the guy, did not want to kill the guy, but the guy's running at him with a knife. Puts a few in him. The guy doesn't go down, doesn't stay down, or he goes down, but he doesn't stay down. I don't know. But you guys think this is like 20 feet. It's like 20-foot rule. This guy might have been 15 feet away when he started running, and it wasn't enough time. It was not right here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Took him 5 seconds to get to the guy. The guy's still got his hand on his gun and he's getting pulled to the ground. That guy could have cut his throat real fast. Would have been an ugly day for those officers. We get a few lessons from this. The other part of the lesson is when it's time to fight, you have to have the attitude that it's time to fight. There's no half-butting it. He didn't want to hurt this guy, but what choice do you have? He's running at you with a knife. You know, I think he's more worried about getting in trouble. Oh no, I'm a bad person because I shot this guy running at me with a knife. His hesitancy, his unwillingness to put the guy down sooner put his partner's life at risk. So we get some good lessons from this video, man. Guns aren't magic. Just because you shoot a guy 6 times doesn't mean he's done. You have to have the attitude to finish the fight if you're starting it, especially if it's calling for an appropriate use of force that exceeds what you think you might be capable of. You're going to have to be ready to take that life if you're put in that situation. And then this right here. How fast did he get onto that guy? That's a trained police officer. It's his job to be able to do that. And it's not even a concealed carry. He's just carrying an open carry on his hip. That wasn't enough time. It wasn't enough space for him to get that gun out and do anything with it. Guns aren't magic. You must train. Things happen. And these exchanges are not going to be perfect. You're going to have to give yourself a lot of different looks in controlled environments to be ready for the stuff that happens out here. That's crazy to me. He put at least 6 bullets in him. And then this right here. The guy froze. The guy froze. You can't do that. You can't hesitate. You cannot hesitate at all. Guns aren't magic, guys. Guns aren't magic. They're a great tool. I'm all about force amplifiers. They're awesome. But you have to train to use them, and you have to train whether or not you can even access them in time. If that officer would have had more options than just pulling his gun, he would have been way better off. He wouldn't have been at risk right there. They probably would have saved this guy's life. He wouldn't have had to put 2 in the dome because he was about ready to kill a cop. If these guys would have had the appropriate grappling training necessary in that scenario. Just saying, guys, guns aren't magic. You got to train. Train it all. Train it all. I'm not in any way saying one is better than the other. I'm saying you need all of them, right? We have this thing where we've peeled pieces away from fighting into like these individual pockets. Judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai. It's all fighting. They're all elements of fighting. Learn to fight. Learn to fight. There are all elements in that. For some reason, some people get it in their mind that I just need to know one, or one is superior. Just carry a gun. Just carry a knife. Just know jiu-jitsu. Just box. No, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. You need pieces of everything. There are certain techniques in jiu-jitsu that would never be used in self-defense ever. Same thing with wrestling. Same thing with boxing. Same thing with having your gun, probably. Because you always have to take in justifiable use of force anytime you're defending yourself. That's just the world we live in today. Be ready. Be the warrior in the garden, guys. I don't think it's going to get any safer out there. Not with the way things are looking. All right? Learn to fight. Check the programs in the description below. Go to johnfitch.net. Sign up for the newsletter. Hit me up if you're looking for seminars, private lessons, small groups. Let's go. Get yourself ready. I'll check you later.